So you really had to bring it. You had to do a Trump-style rally for him.
He is not there to kill you.
We inspected the chud and found that he's actually for you, sir.
Yeah. All right, so Adam Friedland finally doing his very best to destroy the allegations.
You know, I will say though, it's, you know, I know Adam did this. He got Zohran on and everything, but like, you know, like just like I don't know, like 3 days ago,
right after
he was calling me and saying like, Noah, listen, you know, like I actually don't know if I support Zohran.
Yeah,
like, I'm not sure. I think I might be.
Make no mistake. This is gonna be a hit piece.
I'm just saying, you know, Adam's not really like, I'm not even sure he's like a leftist.
No, he's 100% in the tank for the Cuomo still, and I think this is like to tarnish Zohran's reputation. Or actually, Adam is a centrist, and he is celebrating Zohran Mamdani's pivot. He loved the Zohran Mamdani. He was like, I endorse Hakeem Jeffries unconditionally, and Adam was like, that's my kind of reasonable politics, I think, you know? Yeah, the Bill Maher of our generation, Mr. Apolitical at the Adam Friedland show. He secured the coveted Zohran interview suspiciously after he won. Not before. Interesting.
And I mean, I'll be honest, I think that, like, you know, it took like the sequence of events, right? Is that like Zohran won the election. So like democratic socialism, in spite of the efforts of Hakeem Jeffries and Congress to say that it's bad, people like it. And Adam, who, you know, is very hip to when stuff is trending, he understood what he had to do. He saw the writing on the wall. Yeah. I think that's the sequence of events. He's just following the pack.
Yeah.
What is it like?
He definitely wasn't desperate to get him on the
floor. You go to the White House, right? You take a selfie on a plane.
Yeah.
No caption. That is like Drake vibes a little bit.
Hit the emoji though.
You hit the emoji.
Come on. You know where I was going.
On the plane? What do you think? Like, what's the game plan there?
Honestly, I knocked out on the plane.
I mean, you looked a little bit like. That was the joke on the internet. You look a little bit like you took you hit nothing.
You can say it.
You look a little bit like you hit the edible before the flight.
Why would you say that?
It was 30 minutes. I'm sorry, Mr. May. I know.
Why would you say that?
I don't know.
See, this is what I mean. He's already trying to tarnish his reputation.
Trying to call the mayor-elect a drug addict.
Yeah, I see that. I see that, and I don't like
chemicals, and I'm just tired of the hit pieces.
Yeah.
Tired of dishonest media.
We're skipping this.
Friedland. Because this is such a very special episode of the Adam Friedland Show, I'm Adam Friedland. Because this is such a special episode, we've decided to release this episode to the public 2 days early. Additionally, we've got to give the boys some time off for Thanksgiving. I'm such a good guy, wow. Also, we don't want to leave our members and patrons hanging. So starting next week, we will be commencing a weekly members-only stream, State of the TAFs. Is that what the name is?
Sure.
Okay, it's called State of the TAFs, where we will be taking, but it's the Adam Friedland Show, so State of the TAFs.
Sounds good.
State of TAFs.
What's the problem?
State of the
State of the TAFs.
State of the
State of the Adam Friedland Show. Okay, well, let's stick with State of the TAFs. Okay, so starting next week, we will be commencing with a weekly members-only stream. It's called State of the TAFs.
Stream?
Where we'll be taking questions from members and patrons. So please, if you don't already, support the show on YouTube or Patreon. There's links in the description.
I know, I see that.
You guys are the ones that keep the show going. We are proudly member-supported, kind of like a socialism vibes. My guest this week is Mayor-elect of New York City and former striker of the Bronx Science Wolverines, Zohran Mamdani. On Friday, my staff huddled around the office computer and we all watched the mayor-elect's historic press conference with President Donald Trump in the Oval Office. My 22-year-old employee, Zach, tapped me on the shoulder. His voice was quivering. A tear was rolling down his cheek. I remember it clearly. He said, "Dad, I mean Adam, the man on the screen, standing next to the President of the United States, will be here in 36 hours' time. But how do we get him off the computer and into the real world?" I smiled and looked at him and said, "If you can figure out how to do that, Zach, I'll give you $1 million. So please enjoy my conversation with Zohran Mamdani, everyone. I'd like to take a break from speaking with the mayor to tell you about Roe.
It's crazy. Immediate hit with the ad.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor-elect New York City, Zohran Mamdani, everyone. Elect. Congratulations.
How you doing, man? How you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
It's funny, like when I met you, we just talked about sports. I wasted your time like 4 days before an election.
I thought it was great.
I know. We talked about all of our collective pain.
Yeah.
The game's on right now. The North London Derby's on right now.
3-0, baby.
You said you've been too busy. You've been too busy running for mayor to watch the games this year. And now you're making me too busy to watch.
But like, we'll get an update if it's 4.
This is unprofessional.
I thought
I gotta. Someone text me. Oh shit. You need to see this. Oh no, guys.
Hi Zohran, how you doing, Ian? Right here.
What?
I just want to say a massive congratulations on what you've achieved. The real work now starts now, but God willing, you can achieve everything that you have
I love
set
you.
out to achieve.
You're
gonna need some of that.
How did you do this?
Winning energy that you've got, my friend, and get behind the boys. It's a long way to go.
I'm gonna cry.
You just have to stay calm, back Mikel and all the boys. Up the Gunners, baby. Take it easy and God
Can
bless.
a soccer chatter explain? What is this, like a Arsenal legend or something?
Yeah. He's like
Ian Wright.
He's like one of their like all-time scorers. He's on the telly now.
He couldn't get Thierry Henry. Was that a relevant reference?
Yeah, Thierry Henry,
Yeah.
not Thierry, but yes.
Thierry Henry, also Arsenal legend, also Gooner. See, I know my footy. I know my footy. Can you say Spurs is the smallest club in London? I don't know what that means, but sure.
I just got a text.
Do this.
My boy.
Hi Zohran, how you doing?
I'm just gonna watch it again.
Yeah, just watch it.
I just want to say a massive congratulations.
I love this
on what
man.
you've achieved.
He's the best guy of all time.
Have you seen the video where he is
He meets
reunited
his
with his teacher?
Mr. Pigeon. I thought you was dead.
Thought you were dead.
We have here's the problem, guys. I don't want to expose you, but it's crazy. I mean, right. Okay.
What a man.
How did I do that? I really bothered.
And I thought there was something wrong.
I know. Yeah. Mr. President.
I didn't know where you were going.
No, it's not a no.
How did you do that?
I knew that it was going to be.
I love him.
I love him so much. He's the best guy of all time. You know his background story? He was like working in a factory, and then he's like, I'm going to try one more time.
Arsenal fans are the most annoying. Goddamn, there's already Arsenal haters.
These are like the stories I would read when I was 17 and on the B team of a travel team in New York City.
What did you play? What position did you play?
I played
Bronx Science?
I played up top.
Up top.
Yeah.
You were 9?
I think I was 23.
Okay, but you were a striker.
Yes. It's no relation to the number on the back of my jersey.
We have like a lot of our brain is occupied by the most useless information related to this soccer.
Every day I wake up, I think about Sebastian Squillaci.
Oh my God.
Pascal Sigan.
I think about
Marwan Shamak.
Yeah, when I caught you, like I'd be a little bit of a politician because I said that Ospina was giving me nightmares, and you're like Jackson Heights is in the balance.
Yeah, it's like, can you lay off my Columbia goalkeeper for a moment?
I'm so confused by this conversation.
We're embarrassing ourselves.
You're just naming guys. It's just the same sports conversation.
You grew up in the Upper West Side.
It's cute.
New York City kid.
Yep.
Although it is
Yes,
like really
sir.
funny.
Yeah. Where did you
whenever
go?
you like praise one sports team, right? Like
Yeah,
you're like,
and then
oh,
you
then
develop
immediately,
enemies.
like every other, like if you're like, oh, LeBron's awesome, then like the fans of like 31 other teams show up in your shit. Like,
no,
oh, I'm sorry. Did you mean?
Yeah,
like,
this is more polarizing than being like an open socialist, I think, running for office. Yeah, there's mad people even in my chat. They're like, oh, Gooners, Arsenal fans are the ultras of the world. They're so annoying.
It's that combined with like all the people in your like chat who are like, oh, a sports ball? Really? A sports ball? In my politrix?
Adam is incredibly shut your up, nerd, and let the jocks talk on the screen. Between me, Adam Friedland, and Zohran Mamdani, I'm the nerd, and they're the jocks here. Are you okay? If the English government was a team, it would be Arsenal. Your footy community is bigger than you think. No, I know. You guys took out Cloudflare, like the the Spanish football. You took out Cloudflare the other night just so you could illegally stream your favorite Spanish footy team. All right.
Well, we both lived a little bit as kids in Cape Town. Yeah.
You lived in Cape Town?
Yeah. Where did you live? Observatory?
I lived in Oranjezegt.
That's where my mom grew up.
From 96 to 99.
That's my mother grew up in Oranjezegt. Yeah. Both my parents are from Cape Town. And
what?
Then I was born in LA. My dad was on a list of some sort.
You got to give me more than that.
My dad and mom both went to university in London.
Okay.
We're Jews from Cape Town.
Okay.
And then they met in South Africa. They met at home in Cape Town. They kept getting set up on.
Someone said we finally found the secret to get Zohran to stop talking about affordability. Yeah, this is the only time. This is the only time I've heard this man not pivot back to like fast and free buses. He will just keep yapping over gooners for hours on end.
Blind babes, and she was like, "This guy again." And then somehow he wore it down, and then they got married, and he got a letter that he was being sent to Angola, to the Civil War, and so they left. They just
when did they
packed
leave?
up and
What
left.
year?
I could eat.
82.
Right. Wow.
So I was born in LA.
Okay. Have you been to
my
Cape-
dad was on an enemies list because of the apartheid regime.
Yeah.
And so
Actually,
Not a bad
I don't
list.
think it's
kid.
because of apartheid
And
and like
then-
his dad not wanting to go to Nloga. No, his dad was on a list. His dad it was like, this guy's Adam Friedland's dad. We can't let him go around walking.
Yeah. No, it was because he was too supportive of the apartheid regime.
Exactly.
He loved it too much. They were like, okay, dude, it's kind of like a Itamar Ben-Gvir not being allowed to serve in the
absolutely.
Israeli military type situation.
That's Max Friedland for sure.
Yeah.
I was there back. My granny's from Sea Point. None of the grannies left. And actually, an interesting.
Are they still
thing-
there?
Granny's still there. 94. She just got a hip. You want to send her a video?
Let's do it.
Hi, Granny.
Yeah. Congrats on
your
congrats
hip.
on the hip.
Congrats on the hip, Esther. Congrats on the hip. I promise I'm trying my best in life, and no, she's very proud of me. I told her I have the mayor coming on, and no. So yeah, my Diba actually he was like, when I was a kid, I used to write my essays like, who's your hero on my Diba, because like it connected me to my parents, because like it was like, you know,
That's
he's South African.
amazing.
Yeah. So, but he went to our synagogue after he got out of jail and he was elected. And he was like, you got to tell your kids to come back because we need everyone to build a country. And like my parents' whole generation of Jews.
So why are you not following Madiba right now?
Because I had to talk to you. You know, and I got the studio. And it's a lot. It's a lot of work.
You know, last time I went back was in 2010
2010
for the World Cup.
Steve did the Jabalala.
Don't show.
Was it obnoxious?
Vuvuzela.
Yeah. Could you not hear anything?
You hate it if you're not the one doing it, and I was one of the people doing it.
You got one.
Yeah, I brought them back.
I bought one back to
Maine.
college. Yeah.
I went to a D3 basketball game. My roommate was on the
With the
basketball team,
vuvuzela.
and I had the vuvuzela.
Vuvuzela
I think I
is
was at Bates College, and I pulled it
now
out. and I-
synonymous with South American country Venezuela, I feel like.
Wait, really?
No, I just always say Vuvuzela instead of Venezuela. Whenever someone is like anti-socialist, they're like, oh, what about Vuvuzela?
blew it, and the ref stopped the game, and he was like, "You need to stop."
Yeah. And you're like, come on! Didn't you see the World Cup?
Yeah.
Didn't you see the ball that went in all different directions?
But I was at the Ghana-Uruguay game.
No.
That's where I cried in public.
No.
Yeah, Luis Suarez.
Asamoah Gyan. Dude,
VAR.
I can't. Guys, this
It was the closest.
the mayor caring about soccer is the mayor caring about Arsenal is like Wakanda for me. It's like I feel like it's like representation.
Do you remember that tweet?
You're one of them. I remember your tweet.
No, not the what is it? Ruth Conda forever.
Oh my
my
god.
God.
Yeah, like when I met
Zohran
you,
is so online.
one
It's
thing that was like
crazy.
remarkable is like we were talking about soccer.
The
and
mayor
hip-hop.
elect just brought
Yeah.
up
I
Ruth
was like,
Conda forever.
That's crazy.
That's the mayor supports Arsenal.
Ay.
He's like Zohran definitely remembers the tweet about like how that lady doesn't care about
Homie, what set you from?
men's entitlement because and like
Because
about
my
the baby
Afghanistan.
crocodile.
No, my Afghanistan was every time.
Oh, the daddy came home. But
every time my
Put the keys in the
absentee
door.
father
Yeah,
put
yeah.
the keys in the door. There's so many. There's so many good moments.
Beto calf cramping.
Oh my God, the
Zohran knows what that,
cramping.
like, somebody could like stop him on the street and be like, "Mayor, like, so lovely to meet you. I'm excited about what you're doing. The housing and the affordability and the buses, I love it. Just one thing, Beta O'Rourke calf cramping." And you will see the man's face break.
Yeah.
I guarantee it.
He knows E fart low, probably.
We are losers. I was like, we're the same. Like
Representation matters.
We're the same generation, right?
Yeah.
It dawned on me that my entire life, this is kind of feels like the first time that someone from my generation.
Adam is trying to get like young millennial cred, even though he's an old millennial.
Dude, did you see? I like have brought this up to him repeatedly, but you see,
So we're the same generation.
Did you see Mark Ruffalo? Like, because like Adam met him on like doing some red carpet interview thing.
Yeah.
And Mark Ruffalo was like talking with Mehdi Hassan later, and he made a reference to Adam Friedland. I love that kid.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That 38-year-old baby boy.
Yeah, they're the same age. Him and Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, him
pretty
and Mark.
much.
Yeah, they went to college together.
Adam's ass is almost about 40. True, exactly. I have to keep daggering him. He needs to know his place. This is bullshit.
Has ascended to leadership. I guess Mayor Pete did, but he was more of a suck up to the parents. You're more one of us, I think. I don't. He couldn't laugh at that, or he could laugh at that. No, you're mad at me? She gets mad at me. She yells at me, Olivia. Can you tell her to take it easy? Anyway, that's it. Give it up for Olivia.
Everyone, please watch on YouTube.
Why is everyone so nervous?
Okay. Nah, we're stealing your shit. Yeah, we're stealing your shit, Adam. That's right. Yeah.
Hanukkah.
Or Amelia, sorry.
That's Amelia.
Oh, sorry. Okay, cut that. Okay. How are you? Yeah, you're mayoring people older than you. Are you getting unked?
Okay, can you explain to me what does UNC stand for?
Uncle.
How the f does he not know that?
Someone told me it stood for uncool.
No,
It's uncle.
it's uncle.
All right.
You have old heads, unks, and OGs.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. You were unknown like a year ago.
Yeah.
He saw that viral
didn't know what
tweet
an
that was on the
assembly member was.
timeline.
Yeah. I still don't know, and I don't want to know. In fact, I mean, you're perhaps one of the most famous people in America right now. I mean, it's weird. Is it weird?
Yeah.
How have you adjusted to that?
I think I try and spend as much time as possible with people I knew before
Yeah.
I was
Yeah. The
Yeah.
day ones.
the mayor-elect.
Yeah.
And I think the nice thing about being an assembly member is I was still working in politics, but I was also walking around my neighborhood like anybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to
You went to the White House, okay?
I went to the White House. I was going to tell you I went to Duane Reade.
Oh yeah, did you see this? Why was Zohran hanging out with one of the most rich and powerful gamblers?
Oh yeah, no, I saw this.
This is so. Yeah, so that guy that was complaining about how he's depressed for wearing a mask, turns out he's one of the richest and most powerful gamblers in the U.S.
Caleb Pitts, lock him up.
That's so.
Get him out of here.
I can't believe people operate like this.
But
Okay.
both of them are true.
Okay, let's start on the Duane Reade.
Okay, start on the Duane
Okay,
Reade.
yeah.
We went in there,
Yeah.
pick up something from the apartment.
Yeah.
This guy in front of us has a pack of condoms and breath mints. And he turns around and he goes, "Mr. Mayor." And he looks at my wife, he goes, "Mrs. Mayor."
Uh-huh.
And that's our experience now at Duane Reade.
Yeah, and
That's life in Astoria.
the condoms had.
I don't know.
He was like, "Mr. Mayor, I'm about to lose my virginity." Yeah.
He left it.
I would like you to know I'm about to become a man.
He just gave the titles.
What does this last year feel like? And what has the adjustment been like? Like,
I mean, it's. To be honest with you, I haven't spent all that much time reflecting on it.
You should.
Because it's so go, go, go.
You should just work a lot.
Yeah.
Have you checked the
You
Reddit?
sound like the inner voice.
Is there a Zohran Mamdani Reddit?
I don't know. Is there?
Probably. Don't check it though.
No.
Yeah, just go read the comments.
No, I always forget to put the extra /R when I'm like typing in the URL.
Don't
so I
look.
don't even.
What is it like? Like you go to the White House,
yeah.
right? You take a selfie on a plane,
Yeah.
no caption. That is like Drake vibes a little bit.
Hit the emoji though.
You hit the emoji.
Come on. You know
What
where
do
I
you
was
think about the
going.
plane? What do you think? What's the game plan there?
Honestly, I knocked out on the plane.
You slept.
Slept.
It's a 30-minute flight. I mean, you looked a little bit like. That was the joke on the internet. I don't know if I can make these jokes. You look a little bit like you took you hit nothing.
You can say it.
You look a little bit like you hit the edible before the flight.
Why
didn't
would you
know
say
it was
that?
30 minutes. I'm sorry to say that. I don't know. I apologize. You walk in, like, did he gave you a tour of the
good.
White House?
He gave me a tour of
What was the weirdest thing he showed you?
the Oval Office and the Cabinet Room. What's the weird thing?
He had to have shown you one thing weird.
I mean, he showed me the portraits of all the presidents in the Cabinet Room.
Yeah, he saved the FDR for you.
The FDR was beautiful.
It was really nice.
And we talked about FDR for a little bit. And honestly, you don't have the LaGuardia record if you don't have FDR.
Yeah.
But we talked about that. I walked in. First you get there, and it's just you alone, and there are two people like guiding you through to get to the Oval Office. And they're like, they want you to see this room and that room. And then I sit down waiting for the time of the meeting. And in front of me are like all these different coffee table books, and one of them is UFC at the White House.
Oh yeah, he's bringing it there, right?
I had no idea, but I was
in the rows
flipping through that.
Yeah, and so you saw like guys fighting each other?
No, it was just a
what was it? UFC. It was
visualization.
Of
like what the
the octagon is.
Yeah, it's gonna look like.
Yeah. Are you gonna go?
No.
Are you? Can I ask you a question? Like, how did you not laugh
when the 135?
How did you keep the face during the press conference?
Oh.
Because we were all dying, and I'm like, my boy Zohran was like just straight face. He said, "Just tell him yes." Yeah. How did you keep that face?
Honestly, I was just thinking about New York City.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the whole time I was trying to think about the difference between if you have a White House that is working towards an affordability agenda or one that's making it harder to live in the city.
Yeah.
That's kind of what kept.
Do you feel like as if the president sees your popularity? He loves the ratings. Ton of reporters. He sees it. He's, I think, handsome. I think he thought handsome. Did you ever eyes up here, Mr. President? You were elected because you were trusted on your policies for affordability. Do you think he's maybe a little bit trying to like swagger Jack a little bit?
Oh yeah.
I actually think there are a lot of places of disagreement with the president. I think one of the things that was remarkable to me is I told him that our campaign started on October 23rd of last year, but the moment when some people started paying attention was after he won the presidency. We did the video on Fordham Road, Hillside Avenue. Yeah. We talked to Trump voters and we asked them why they voted for him, and it just went back to cost of living and it went back to cheaper groceries. Yeah.
Okay, the first 17 minutes was like real, and now he's back to politician mode. Immediately, he just like locked in.
I mean, Adam asked the question, like he like immediately brought it to the White House.
Yeah.
And did ask him.
Now he's just hitting this is the same response he gave on MSNBC basically.
And that was a lot of our campaign.
And he liked that it was 1 in 10, right? That's like he liked.
1 in 10.
He liked.
Did you see the guy who has the MAGA from Mamdani hat?
Yeah.
And then he did
How'd that feel?
The MAGA from Mamdani.
Kind of badass.
It was wild. I remember I was going to step on. I sound like such a postulist. Everything is we. I was going to step on the stage at Forest Hills where we were doing our rally.
Did you think it was a prank?
Well, I had a member of the NYPD pull me aside and they're like, "I just want you to know that there is a man in your line of sight with a red MAGA hat." We checked and he's actually sincerely here for the rally.
Oh, nice. So you really had to bring it. You had to do a Trump-style rally for him.
Awesome.
He's not there to kill you.
We inspected the chud and found that he's actually for you, sir.
Yeah, no, we asked him questions about affordability.
We tactically ascertained that he has begun to see the light of Marxism-Leninism.
How do you check that? You're like, what do you think about fast and free
spread
buses?
your legs, bend over. Like I don't know, like
you had to really do.
No, they were inspecting him. I'm telling you, they were asking him about his opinion on free childcare.
You had to do YMCA. This guy's accustomed to some wild rallies. This guy's accustomed to a stadium full of.
It was just me and El Bizgar Church.
Yeah,
and somebody from MTV Lebanon.
Did you expect him to like you as much as he did?
I was trying to prepare for a lot of different situations.
I know. It's like when you're on that plane taking that selfie. I mean, that could have gone in any direction. I mean, like, did that feel best case scenario, or like, were you like?
I mean, honestly, felt like the most productive meeting we could have had.
Yeah.
I mean, a meeting where we talked about ULERP, we talked about, groceries, Con Ed, rent, childcare. That feels like the best meeting you could have.
Yeah. Were Eric or Donald Jr. there?
No. Did
you worry that like to see that was maybe difficult for them?
No, I wasn't thinking about that.
Maybe it's like the hang has just been so bad. This cool guy came, and he's like, now I have to go back to these guys. Did he say, can you sleep over? Did he come up to New York and see you?
He didn't ask me that.
Oh man. I mean, it was one of the most surreal things we've ever seen as Americans.
Robin Van Persie against Charlton, baby.
What's the score?
3-1.
Who scored?
Richarlison from halfway line.
Oh,
What?
did he do the pigeon from halfway line?
Nah, dude, he was being weird about it.
He scored from the halfway line?
Yeah, he chipped Ryan.
Why? It was off his line?
Yeah, it wasn't Ryan's fault. It was honestly just a great play from him.
Why would you say that?
Because they're not a threat.
They're not a threat.
That's famous last words. What's this time?
Okay.
73rd.
What time is it right now?
Why would you?
74th.
Why would you say that? It
What
was
time
really
is it?
102.
Did you watch the 4-4 Arsenal Newcastle?
Yeah, we talked about it. It was the worst day of my life. This is an interesting moment for us because we have like an opportunity to have like a snapshot of you after an historic election and prior to the assumption of one of the most powerful positions in America.
Co-host of the show.
Co-host of the Adam Friedland show.
Yeah.
What made you run for mayor? Like, what made you decide to run for mayor?
I think one of the things was that I was very frustrated with the fact that Eric Adams, who was at that point running for re-election,
Yeah.
was making it more expensive to live in New York City
Yeah.
in clear ways that he had direct control over, and then pretending like he was just a bystander.
Yeah.
He would write a letter in support of Con Ed when they wanted to increase gas and electric by more than $60 a month. He would raise the rent more than 12%.
Mm-hmm.
He would increase the water bill. He would.
But like the conditions for you, I mean,
For me, it
you're
was,
like, this is the time I'm gonna run for mayor.
I think the thinking was that I wanted to make a case specific about cost of living.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people who looked at kind of the swing of our politics and thought that the only way to beat someone heading towards the right is to head towards the right yourself.
And you felt like you were gonna win?
I felt like I had a 3% chance of winning.
Yeah.
And that's probably giving me an extra
kinda
2
crazy.
points.
Was there someone that you spoke to who said don't run?
Oh, tons.
Tons. Did your girl say that?
No, my wife.
Your wife.
You gotta-
I mean, she's still your girl. She's always gonna be your girl. Did your wife? She said run.
She was down for it.
So
that was the final
allowed,
decision
you're
that
allowed,
we had.
You're allowed. Yeah.
Um,
Is she mad at you for working so much?
no,
She gets
she's
on
lovely.
you. She is a little bit.
She what?
Is she a little bit? She gets no, but it's annoying for her a little bit.
She's
She lets
she's
you
my
work
heart.
so much. Mine.
This is all
does.
permission given.
Mine doesn't.
No, but I think, like, to be honest with you, it's
What work does he do?
Well, you know, he's
Oh,
like,
man.
if
He's
you
one podcast a week at most.
I like listen.
No, mine. Oh, I can't, guys. I can't do.
Have you ever seen
Patreon.
All the President's Men? It's a lot of work. Okay.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I can't do Patreon exclusives because my girl won't let me. Sorry, that's what it is.
to meet someone in one stage of your life
Yeah.
and then to have your life and their life transform.
Yeah.
What it also just like the level of love and support it takes from someone.
Yeah.
I mean, I would not be able to do this without her.
She gets mad at you for working too much.
That's not what I
I
said.
feel like I looked into your eyes. I see a fellow brother. What was the moment you knew you'd win?
For the primary?
No,
the
the primary and the general, I suppose.
I got 2 questions. You know, there isn't like a single moment.
Yeah.
There is, the funny thing to me is that in both of the elections, from 6 to 9 p.m., I thought I was going to lose of election day.
Because there was like bad like exit polling.
In the general,
Yeah.
there was a rumor at around 6 o'clock that there were 2 major news networks that had bad exit polls
Yeah.
and that showed Cuomo with an advantage.
He started that rumor.
Who knows, man? I mean, definitely worked. Ruined my night. Ruined my night. Primary, I remember Kevin.
This podcast host kind of sucks. That's crazy. That's the millennial. That's the millennial Bill Maher you're speaking on. Okay, put some respect on it, chatter.
Kevin Elkins.
How did you fall for that?
I'm such a mark of this stuff. Kevin Elkins, who was working on Cuomo's campaign, put out a tweet like, I guess the most important things that everybody had.
I was a little worried about the exit polls as well. Give me a break, all right? There were a bunch of exit polls that did not look good for Zohran. It's true.
I was like, oh man, this means they know they're gonna win, and he's saying that to us.
He's in a room full of 4 guys as the election night party. You're in a stadium. You're in a stadium in front of a Dory fan. I think you should have looked around.
Yeah, but never. I mean, this is like being an Arsenal fan.
It's the hope that kills you.
It's never done until
that meant so much to me. I know exactly what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? You cannot count it.
It's a reminder that you're gonna die one day. It's like you think that once anytime you think something good's gonna happen, it just goes away.
You have to hold.
I think
your
it's
breath.
made us better people, though.
Yeah, I mean, we've had to deal with disappointment for decades.
I think if we were like Real Madrid fans, we'd be like cheating on our taxes. We'd be like, I'm gonna live forever. We have affairs. Multiple families.
Create a retractable roof.
I think for us, we're like it's gonna all go away. So I have to like take advantage of the time I have. It means nothing to these people. Okay.
Wait, what's the
4-1 as a hat trick.
Let's fucking go. Sorry for cursing. 4-1.
Sorry to me.
Wow. Hey guys, we want to thank Lucy. Lucy can be
guy.
My gift is become the good 100 call 50 photo tag. 40 by War Black Friday. Support this guy.
Oh my God! How many ads does he have? Filled to the gills with this. Jesus Christ!
50% off your first year at monarch.com. Code TAFS. This has become a national news story, right? And it's a crappy time. You've made a lot of people feel like inspired. Municipal politics is obviously messy, right?
Yeah.
What balance in your team that you're building right now do you have between the guys that know just like the mud, and then the guys that have the vision?
I think it's looking to combine that in everybody, and I think it's tough because sometimes the more fluency and experience you have in government, the less imagination you have as to what government can be, because you've had to deal with its failures for decades.
You've been in the cigar rooms,
And I think we've made a few appointments so far. The first appointment to me, Dean Foulahan, was the first deputy mayor. I appointed him, and El Bisgard Church is my chief of staff. El is somebody I've known since I've been in office. So I hired her as my chief of staff when I was in the assembly, which
she's been with you,
from the jump, and she's incredible. And Dean is somebody who'd been in government for 47 years. And he'd worked as a first deputy mayor before, he'd worked as the head of the budget before, he worked in Albany. And the thing that I love about him is that he's worked through all of that. And still, his orientation is, how do we make a no into a how when it comes to any political problem? And that's, a lot of people lose that the longer they work in government.
Do you remember the night Obama won? Do you remember how what it felt like? We're like, America is different now. You feel like, to me, the first generational talent that's come out of the progressive side of politics. But what we saw was he wasn't prepared, that popularity didn't translate to legislative success. Did you take any notes?
Adam Friedland is also one of the few people with this orientation that will ask this question to Zohran Mamdani, I think. Because no one on MSNBC is going to have this kind of perspective on Obama. Fair is fair. As far as Obama promising a lot, being a generationally charismatic, generationally talented Democratic president who then also failed to deliver on a lot of his promises.
Yeah, because a lot of how Zohran's positioned him, they set up that org. I forget the
Obama for America, but for Zohran.
Right. But the idea is that Organizing for America, which was the Obama organization, which was set up, that was essentially this, the organizing operation that helped him get elected in 2008. Once he got into office, he more or less shut it down outside of the context of the OFA set up for the 2012 election.
Zoe Bungler.
But I do think that it's what's so funny, and I agree with you that Adam is a lot of outside of podcasters or journalists, somebody like Ryan Grimm, let's say, who's conscious, or David Dayen, people who are conscious of this narrative. And are conscious that people, it's how people in of our generation exactly think about this stuff, would think to ask it. But I think Zohran and his people have explicitly, whether or not they succeed at it is a totally different question. But it seems to me that they're also that is, it's a generation thing. Adam's right to frame it that way. Clearly it's on their minds as well. How do we not blow the fact that people are enthusiastic and want to do stuff?
Yeah.
From that, did you learn from that? I'm trying to draw a parallel here.
No, I think the thing, the next challenge now is fulfilling the agenda.
Yeah.
Right. This excitement, inspiration, this hope, it will carry us through the beginning of the work, and then you have to start to deliver on the work. And I think that is that is actually what makes me excited, is that I actually see a path on each of the 3 key agenda points. And every time you win one of them, it validates people for believing. Because there are a lot of people who, they don't know if they should give themselves permission to hope again because of how many times they've been disappointed. Yeah. And you have to prove that they were right to believe. You have to give them, if we spent an entire campaign talking about freezing the rent for rent, stabilized tenants, fast and free buses, universal childcare, the urgency of starting to deliver on that, it's what makes people understand that they were right to demand more.
But is there a balance that you have to strike? Do you have to, those people that believe in you, do you feel like there's a necessity to kind of inoculate them to understand it's not going to be overnight, right?
Yeah, and I think that you have to be honest about a timeline, and that, I'm not going to tell anyone in the first 100 days we're achieving these 3 things. Yeah. But they have to be able to see that you are working towards it, and that you can actually deliver it while you're the mayor. And that's, I've been a legislator, and the legislature, it's an incredible place for where you can craft bill ideas, vote on them, debate on them. So much of whether or not they succeed has to do with whether the executive wants to implement them. Yeah. Or you could pass it through both houses, and if you have when I first came into Albany, Cuomo was the governor. Yeah. And you knew that the implementation of the law, it could be completely different than what you intended. Uh-huh. And now I will be the executive in New York City. Yeah. And that's also what gives me so much hope, is that you have the ability to follow through on so much of this. Uh-huh. And we've been told again and again what politicians can't do. It's really what they won't do. Yeah. And that's why I'm here on the Adam Friedland Show.
Yeah, thank you. There are plenty of ways they can with you, right? Right? And it's not only City Hall, it's but it's, Albany, it's DC, and it's you going out to see the president, showing face and showing abs, maybe. I don't know what you did. I don't know what you did in that room. Oh yeah. Are there contingencies in place? Are you prepared for the fight? Because they're going to try to you.
Yeah, you have to be ready for it.
It's the worst job that you have.
I don't think it's the worst job.
Why are you doing this?
Because you get to represent New York City.
No, it's the worst job. You get booed everywhere you go.
Look at how they're matching each other.
I used to get booed anyway.
I saw de Blasio get booed at a Paul Simon concert.
No.
And it was
Did you really?
We're still discussing Mamdani. I don't know. Maybe because our friend Adam Friedland is interviewing him finally. This is a podcast that Noah's also been a producer on as well. As part of the reason I had moved on from the Mamdani segment in the morning.
Our parent family, they're like, oh, yes. I was like, what? It's the mayor. He has to get booed. No, really, what it is.
But that's also what I love about, to be a New Yorker. You're going to hear a lot of people's opinions. I went to the Wu-Tang concert a few months ago.
You got booed?
Well, no. Most of the reception is great. People are cheering, waving. They want photos. And this one guy's like, yo, come take a photo with me. I'm like, yeah, what's up, dog? And as soon as we take the photo, he pulls out the selfie, and then he just flips me off in the selfie.
That's funny.
And I'm like, respect.
He's doing a bit, though. Yeah, he likes you. I do that to my friends all the time.
Yeah.
No, it's not that. It's what it is that it's a slog.
It is definitely a slog.
You have to do it your way, I assume.
I think a big part of it is you have to keep yourself through it all, and you have to balance between the demands of what the city will require from you and how you don't lose yourself in the process of it. Yeah. When I started in local politics, the first organization that I joined was the Muslim Democratic Club of New York. Uh-huh. And one of the founders, her name is Alia Latif, she gave me this advice of, whatever you do, make sure you can recognize yourself in the mirror at the end of the day. Yeah. I think that's a big part of how I'm thinking about this, that work as hard as I can and do so to fulfill the vision we've had, not to comport yourself for a box that's being created.
I met Lena Khan, she was on the show.
She's great.
Real quick, just 4-minute warning.
4-minute warning. And
can we get a score update?
4-1. It's domination.
It's domination.
I don't know what else to call it, man.
Did you ever watch the Fox?
Hasanabi, stop being parasocial. Just because you watch Come Town doesn't mean they are all our friends. It's by far my least favorite bit. Wrap it up. You're right. I don't know Adam Friedland, and I hate him. You're right.
It's kind of funny to do you're being parasocial to the Twitch streamer that you watch.
I'm being parasocial. Sorry, you're right.
It's really funny.
I should stop being parasocial about Adam. I will not be calling
stop
him.
It. When you talk about FaZe Banks like that, you don't know him.
Yeah,
dude.
I do FaZe up though every day.
Soccer Channel commercials.
No.
They used to have the EPL.
Yeah.
It'd just be like long commercials of Drogba.
Oh my! Don't talk.
Descriptions. They say Planet of a Man.
That's the
Didier Drogba.
That's the nightmares we have.
The nightmare I have is Didier Drogba bullying.
Made Senderos cry.
Michael Essien's goal.
I guess when I met Lena Khan, she was on the show, and like she's perhaps one of the most impressive people I've ever met. And when I heard she was part of the transition team, I was like, oh, he's got it. I mean, I asked her if she's ever lied, and she said, well, maybe in elementary school. And I think that was true. I think it was true. What was really effective was that she communicated antitrust laws in like this complex of it in a very clear and concise way. Yeah. And sometimes progressives feel like snobs when they're talking to people.
I remember, when I was running for state assembly, we put together our first palm card. Yeah. And I thought it was absolutely fire. Yeah. And I remember giving it to a friend of mine, Kara McCurdy, who is a great photographer. And she read it and she was like, what do these words mean? Yeah. Because so much of the time.
She literally lied to you on stream? Okay. Yeah, obviously, it was on camera.
And it feels like we're just speaking to ourselves.
I think that's one thing that is going to be important, is like just communicating not above people's heads.
Just actually speaking with them.
With people.
And I think that's the point is to bring people in to politics. Yeah. Not to condescend to them as to why they're not already there. Yeah. And it's also just much easier being yourself. Yeah. When you're speaking to people and...
You're going to get old, you think? Your face?
Brother.
You see them always, yeah. You're going bald already?
What do you mean already? I've been going bald.
What are you doing for it?
I worry.
No, you
can't. Do anything? Did you do like minoxidil?
We could go to Turkey.
I gave him that tip, by the way. In our first conversation, I was like, listen, I was also balding, and I started doing finasteride and minoxidil.
That's
you go
one place
I'll get
I
go rhinoplasty, you go hair. Oh, you can't go.
Why do you need...
Yeah.
You look great.
Adam, we got a wrap.
Okay, last question. When I spoke to Lena, she said one thing that stuck with me. Yeah. And I said, like, the most powerful companies in the world, the most powerful people in the world, like, are pissed at you. She had like hundreds of op-eds in newspapers. No one knew what the FTC was. And her response to me was very impressive. It was like, she said, like, I said, did you ever clap back or anything? She looked like confused, and she was like, no, I just have to, like, I don't know, like, win the lawsuit.
Let the work speak for itself.
If you're getting pummeled in the press, like, how are you going to keep your horse blinders on and just focus on the agenda? You know?
I think you have to both be responsive, but I think she's right. There's two things she said about that experience that have really stayed with me. The first is that you always have to remember that the opinions that you're hearing, that especially from the wealthy and the powerful, they will always be amplified in a way that working people's are not. Yeah. And if you remember that context, you take that seriously, and you also don't think of it as surround sound in the way that it feels. Yeah. And part of that means getting out of the office, getting actually into New York City, speaking to people, asking them what they're thinking about, what they're worried about. And then the other thing is that every time you win in your agenda, it proves that people are right to believe in that agenda in the first place. Yeah. And you have to both be able to respond to this and never let it distract you from the work that you're supposed to be doing. Because if she wins that lawsuit, then that's the proof. And if we deliver on this agenda, that's the proof. And I mean, Bernie talks about the thing that people are afraid of is that the power of example. Yeah. That's what people are fearing. Not that we won't get it done, but that we will.
Can you text him? Get him on the show?
I don't have my phones on me.
You have his number though? You should.
He's such a pound, dude.
No, I got a text.
That's great. Oh,
shit.
I gotta give me the second time. Just in right again.
Yes, Zohran.
No!
I don't know if you and this and the Tash, but
hold on.
Look how handsome.
I gotta go for the beginning.
Look how handsome you
together. Yes, Zohran, how are you?
We gotta go
friend?
Betsy's now.
I don't know if you recognize me with this badge and this hair and the Tash, but
we love.
Adam told me that you guys were gonna watch the derby together.
We're not.
You're right. You did tell him about minoxidil. Yeah.
So I have all these trolls who'll hit me and they'll be like, "Are you just mad because you're male pattern baldness?" I'm like, "Damn."
What, you got issues with that?
I don't think it's there yet. But definitely, like when people say like racist stuff or the baldness stuff gets me. The racist stuff, I'm like, okay, you know.
I mean, I got it
What's up?
because you told me to.
Yeah, that's what I use.
What is finasteride?
It's
See, I told you. I introduced his ass the minoxidil and finasteride.
It's the only FDA. It's
finasteride?
It's for prostate cancer.
Finasteride.
It's for prostate cancer originally, but it is the only FDA-approved drug, as far as I know, that you can take that stops nail pattern baldness.
You're not even looking at him.
Finasteride and minoxidil.
Damn, I just worry about this stuff. I don't do anything.
Yeah, the more you worry about it, the worse it'll get.
You think that's true?
And then he just said, "I worry about it." Adam asked him, "What do you do?" And he says, "I worry about it."
I have an uncle who swore to me that if you touch a certain part of your beard, it'll grow more than if you don't touch the other part.
He also talked about Turkey, going to Turkey. I mean, we joked about going to Turkey for transplants.
Oh yeah, you're an eater. You're a feeder and an eater.
You're
a real ass eater.
Maybe you could have arranged those words.
Wait, no, this is not. This is not the right.
Real ass. Yeah, that's a song calling the mayor of New York City an
I
ass
didn't mean it like that.
That's not. That's not what we were looking
Thank
for.
you, chat. Thank you, chatter. Whoever sent that.
Yeah.
That was your good deed of the day.
Arsenal supporters are untrustworthy. I don't know enough about footy to give you a yes or no on this. I pulled that bait 3 weeks ago. Yeah, he's an ass eater. He's right about the beard.
Did it work? Did you touch your beard? Use your beard?
I haven't done it, but he said that he did it and it did work. So that's what I'm also hoping. I just keep touching like right here, hoping that it'll just stimulate growth. I got you. Thank you.
Thank you. Gooner has a bad connotation for a long time. Yeah, I did crack jokes about flying to Turkey. That's real. We did do that. But anyway, let's finish.
You made me miss video before, after, or at halftime, but I'm sure that we're winning somehow. Also, I wanted to say everyone on Instagram. Have this theory that being an Arsenal fan is heavily linked with being a cool person. That my theory is really truly standing right now. Huge congratulations.
It's like when Aiden Ross gave Trump a Tesla.
Amazing what you do. Even here in Spain, we feel the energy of what's happened.
I love
it's truly needed.
I love him so much too. He was rapping.
Needs right now, what the world needs right now. And
the amount of people that came up to me in Hong Kong about Zohran Mamdani was insane.
Really?
Yeah. I was genuinely shocked at how many fans I have, like how many Chinese fans I have straight up in mainland China, because there were mad people that would show up when we were live streaming. And there was even one that said I pulled him out of the alt-right pipeline. I was thinking to myself, like,
in China?
Yes. And I was like, oh, so you must have gone to college in America or something. He's like, no, born and raised Chinese. I was like, God damn, you got to fix the goddamn firewall, brother. There's an alt-right pipeline in China that's unacceptable.
Yeah, man, that is a pretty big hole in the fence.
Yeah, that's crazy. And there were also hella people that came up to me in Hong Kong being like, the Zohran interview that you did was so amazing. Like I couldn't believe how many people were tapped in Hong Kong. It makes more sense for Hong Kong, obviously, but there were people being like, we need a Zohran style candidate here.
Big fan. Big fan of since COVID, and thank you for keeping out the all-right pipeline.
Bro, they got the all-right pipeline out here? You live out here, or you?
Yeah, born and raised.
That's crazy. Holy, American brain rot is so severe. That's insane. Yeah. Here. I'm gonna be honest. No more VPNs. They need to cut it out.
No, you need to cut off internet access to America?
They need to cut off internet access.
Put the firewall up.
Nope, put it up. Put it up. That's crazy. I mean, it's cool that like a lot of people, get to watch me, but that is crazy.
This is James.
Nice to meet you. Well, maybe don't fix it if you're actually the one that pulled him out. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but it's for, he pulled the one guy out.
It's for the safety of all Chinese, okay? The next generation of Chinese to not have to encounter any American brain rot, in my opinion. Yeah, Top G needs to fix this, okay? 1.4 billion people. Anyway, there was but yeah, the China trip was amazing, dude. It was so awesome.
I'm jealous, man. It
was so amazing. It was everything that I Like it was basically seeing everything that I have talked about in action, like high-speed rail, insane development. Going from mainland China to Hong Kong was like going through a time chamber, basically. Like I time traveled back into the past after, because like I that was actually kind of shocking to me, because I would assume that like Hong Kong also continued developing, considering that it's like, you know, supposed to be this like Western enclave, right? It's a Western outpost, but it straight up is backwards in comparison to mainland China, at least the cities that I went to. It was beautiful. Hong Kong was beautiful. It was very cool. It was very nice, but it blew my mind, the difference between like Chengdu and Chongqing. I would also say that like the people in mainland China, super fucking super duper welcoming, as opposed to dudes people in Hong Kong were like very rowdy.
Well, those are like kind of also, I mean, at least like in Hong Kong's case, like separate, like even like prior to like the rise of the Chinese Communist Party or the Civil War, like that was Hong Kong's reputation as kind of like a wild frontier merchant city. But listen, man, I buy it based on both what you posted and what friends who've been to both places say. I mean, what was when you went to Hong Kong?
Look at this motherfucker still saying tofu drake buildings are ripe in China, bro. Yeah, dude, totally. I stayed in all the tofu drake buildings. Let me tell you, okay, shit was bomb. What were you saying? Sorry.
Well, the like when you went to Hong Kong, like you just trained it from where did you go from? Because you had to miss Shenzhen, right?
Yeah. The group didn't want to go to Shenzhen, and they were like, we travel too much. So I was like, all right, fine, we'll just go to Hong Kong instead of Shenzhen, and I'll go do a day trip to Shenzhen, because Shenzhen is 15 minutes out from Hong Kong,
next to it.
Yeah. And I was the only one in the group that wasn't able to get back in. I didn't know the one country, two systems is still in effect, because like all the, you know, free Hong Kong protests and stuff, I thought that, you know, it just, China had completely...
well, the visa will be the last thing to change.
Yeah, they just straight up... Yeah, Shenzhen is, it was going to be like a day trip, but I didn't realize that you need immigration. Like you technically are leaving mainland China in the eyes of the state if you go to Hong Kong. And they only had a one day visa. Or single entry visa for me. I was the only person in the group that got a single entry visa. So I wasn't even able to go to Shenzhen. And I had all this stuff going on in Shenzhen where I was supposed to get on a flying car, go to one of the factories. And I was not able to do any of that stuff.
Next trip.
Yeah, but it's all good, you know? Yeah, save more for the next trip.
Next trip, we're putting you in those like convertibles that can also become speedboats.
Yeah. Exactly.